with sustainable land use pressures.
Now, book out one more time.
Nothing on one level election. Lower level election is coming. The fight is underway. Networks that balance conservation with sustainable land use pressures. Bachelor of Science in General Science, 2005, Madam L. Baruch, College, City University of New York. Certificate in Financing Climate Action, 2024, Kochi University, Australia, Global Urban Leader Certificate, 2025, University of Seoul, South Korea. Mr. Tony's career trajectory reflects the unique and powerful combination of local insight and international expertise in culminating in direct readiness for this role as noted just below. January 2019 to date, Director of Research Policy and Innovation, Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Sierra Leone. July 2014 to January 2019, Environmental Specialist, ABT SRBI, New York, United States of America. September 2008 to October 2012, Urban Planner, Empire State Development Corporation, New York. November 2012 to June 2014, Disaster Management Specialist, Queens Economic Development Corporation, New York, to name but a few. In his remarks to the committee on his readiness to confront the numerous challenges affecting the authority, he said, quoting him, the authority is engulfed in serious environmental challenges ranging from land grabbing in protected reserves, take note, in protected reserves and notable water catchments. I will follow the legislation to synthesize these anomalies, but we also adopt community engagements through dialogue and awareness raising for sustainability, he concluded. Mr. Leslie Gordon Brown, proposed member, Board of Trustees, National Social Security and National Trust. Thank you. Mr. Gordon Williams is a result-oriented executive with over 15 years of leadership experience in international development, regulatory framework, corporate governance, human capital advisory, and risk-based consulting. He has robust and relevant for reputable United Kingdom institutions as follows as below. Master of Business Administration, MBA, Anglia Ruskin University, United Kingdom. Master of Arts in International Development, Nottingham Trent University, United Kingdom, 2013. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Relations and Politics, Nottingham Trent University, United Kingdom, 2012. Certificate in Project Management, Monitoring and Evaluation, Institute of Public Administration and Management, 2015. His analytical skills, understanding of policies, environment, and governance structures will undoubtedly help the national board on its business policy drive. Responding to members of the committee on how he would be contributing to the body, the nominee said, quoting him, his work with the Anti-Corruption Commission is a highly significant part of his profile, as it provided him with expert understanding of institutional integrity, forensic analysis of vulnerabilities relating to retirees and their pensions. He promised to hold this up in his new assignment. The nominee was advised by the committee to work with colleagues to strengthen the asset investment potentials. Ms. Memunatu Kadisawi, proposed board member. Thank you. Speaker, honorable members, Memunatu Kadisawi is a nutrition expert currently pursuing her PhD at the University of Offenheim, Stuttgart, Germany, Angela University. Her nomination is based on her exceptional academic qualifications, extensive professional experience, and proven commitment to agricultural research and food systems research. Madam Savi possesses a formidable academic background directly relevant to the core functions of the Produce Monitoring Board, PhD candidate in nutrition-related field, University of Hoffenheim, Stuttgart, Germany, Angela University, currently. Master of Science in Food Safety and Control, London South Bank University, United Kingdom, 2018. Master of Science in Nutrition and Dietetics. Degree is not diabetes, it's dietetics. Jala University, 2004. PhD, Home Economics, Education, Jala University, 2002. Mrs. Kadi Sawi's career is a testament to dedicated service in Sierra Leone's agricultural and educational sectors, as we are noted as below. 2002 to present, lecturer and acting director, Institute of Food Technology, Nutrition and Consumer Studies, Jala University, for over 2 decades. She has been at the forefront of training the next generation of food scientists, nutritionists, and agricultural technologists, a duty she exhibits with excellence. 2024 to present, co-principal investigator, research on indigenous vegetables. 2009 to present, research fellow, Sierra Leone Agricultural Research Institute, SLAG. 2022 to present, external examiner, Eastern Technical University, Kenya. The nominee promised to work with other board members to enhance the upward produce value chain trajectory with equality, promoting ideas and support that will strengthen farmers to increase production. Recommendation, colleagues, honorable members. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the committee unanimously adjourned the following presidential nominees to be adequately qualified for their proposed appointment and are therefore recommended to the House for approval. 1. This is Mario Joel Emerald Nyanda Godson, proposed member, Board of Directors, Sierra Leone National Shipping Agency. This is Fatmata Devegila, proposed member, Sierra Leone Commercial Bank. Mr. Sheikh Ahmed Tils, proposed Executive Director. Take note of correction, NPDB. Mr. Leslie Godin Brown, proposed member, Board of Trustees, National Social Security and Insurance Trustees. Last but not least, is Memunatu Kadi Sawi, proposed Board of Directors, Produce Monitoring Board. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we have first said, I therefore move that the sixth report of the third session of the Committee on Appointment and Public Service be adopted by the House under the recommendations contained therein be approved. Faithfully submitted to this honorable House, Chairman of the Committee, Honorable Matusa Nwadi. Thank you.
Any seconder? Any seconder?
I so set on Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, the question is that the sixth report of the third session of the sixth Parliament of the Committee on Appointments and the Public Service be adopted by the House and that the recommendations contained therein be approved.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Thank you. And Happy New Year to members of Parliament. 2026 will be a very good year for all of us. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we are starting 2026 with the approval of nominees. We want to thank His Excellency the President for nominating these nominees to us for approval. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I've always said our success depends on these nominees. His Excellency the President have decided that they should join him in delivering for the state. 2028 is a crucial election. Excuses will not be tolerated. Performance should be the watchword. And nominees, you should bear in mind that your successes are going to be part of our scorecard. Your successes are what you campaign on. If you don't succeed, you will not just be failing yourself, you will be failing His Excellency the President, and you will be failing the people as well. So as you take your offices approved today by us, we want to remind you that your performance is going to determine the success of this government. So please, take this as an opportunity to serve. Don't take it as an opportunity to seize advantage of the situation. You are serving, and you'll be serving under immense pressure because you are coming almost at the same time. Policies have been drafted, decisions have been taken, and we are going to be part of the execution of the next few years. So, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as I admonish these appointees, I want to zero in on few of them. Of course, I want to recognize the executive section of EPA, with their I've just been reminded by the head of the law making in this parliament that he has repositioned the position of executive secretary to executive chairperson. Sorry, sir. You're welcome. Mr. Speaker, I want to zero in on Alhaji Sheikh. I noticed when the leader was presenting the report, he continuously addressed Mr. Tunis as Mr. Tunis. Mr. Tunis is a full Alhaji. Alhaji Sheikh Tunis is a full Alhaji. Very, very full. And I want to remind him that he's a full Alhaji. I want to remind him that he's a full Alhaji. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Mr. Tunis, Alhaji Tunis, Mr. Speaker, let me remind you that they have their own parliament. They have their own parliament. Fortunately, I am an associate member of that parliament. And is the full member of parliament of that parliament. Is the full member of parliament of that parliament. The speaker in that parliament, they have their own speaker. And all of them are Alhajis. I'm the only father among them. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Sheikh Tunis is a strong member of this assembly. Mr. Speaker, when we are in opposition, Sheikh Tunis and others, we are the few Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora who will proudly support the Sierra Leone People's Party. Leading to 2018, whilst in opposition, Sheikh Tunis ventured to travel to Sierra Leone at a very difficult stage in the life of the SLPP and contested for the position of District Council Chairman for John District. It was a period that only strong-hearted people and strong-minded SLPP people would venture to contest for the opposition seats at a period that was extremely very tough for us. He left his luxurious job in the United States and said, I was coming and prepared to serve. We all know it's a public secret that the councils, the salaries of mayors and chairpersons is very small. But he sacrificed and said, I am coming to serve. And Mr. Speaker, let me remind all of us, it came at a point when people thought nobody knew Tunis. But the shocking thing that happens, when the big five of Pujo supported a candidate, he emerged as the second best candidate in that election.
Who's the big five? What do you mean by the big five?
We know ourselves, and we are calling it. We are associates of Pujo. Are you part of the big five? Mr. Speaker, he came third, right? He came third in that election, a very crucial election. And it was the election that the major players supported the candidates. People thought he was not going to get more than 2 votes, and he came third. I applauded him for his strong fight and bravery fight. Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, have always told supporters that there's a time for every purpose. There's a period for every situation. When we took over, he expected a lot. And he was not considered. He was coming around, and we were talking to him that you have to be patient. And that's what I will talk to everybody. All those who have supported, a lot is expected. But let us pray. You will be considered. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, he went to EPA and he served. Even when he contested for chairmanship of Pujo, he went and took a very junior position at EPA. For others, if you have contested for a very serious position, you always feel that you should be now in charge. But he went, he settled for a junior position, directorate position. That was extremely courageous of him. Others would think, I want to be minister, I want to be deputy minister, I want to be the head of department, I want to be CEO. But he settled for that. And today, because of his service, he has been considered by His Excellency the President to manage his own institution. So, Mr. Speaker, if you serve, and if you diligently serve without undermining those that are leading you, you will be considered by His Excellency or by God to be in charge. But if you serve undermining those that are ahead of you on the pretext that you should be there, you will not be considered even by God. So because of your loyalty and your service, even serving people you thought you have worked so much hard for in the SLPP, you have been considered. I want to congratulate you. I want you to use the same temperament and disposition that you work with at EPA, and that you should take that disposition to NPA. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I hope you work with this parliament to beef up the NPA Act. Because we have also as a parliament not pleased with what NPA was doing. So we decided to take some of its responsibilities. Because we now know you are a very good manager. we also work with this parliament to reform the NPA. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, it's a public secret that our wetlands all over this place have been sold. The public secret. People are building, they are backfilling wetlands that should not happen under the watch of NPA. Mr. Speaker, when we took over, we allowed NPAA to recruit 500 forest guards. That was to protect our forests. But those forest guards are now collaborating with others to even sell the forest. So then, Mr. Speaker, if you travel from Godrich through to Kent, the forest is gone. The entire forest allowed NPAA to recruit 500 forest guards to protect this forest are gone. So, Mr. Tunis, at this moment, I don't envy the office you are taking. I don't envy it at all. And at this moment, I don't envy that office. Because you will be facing numerous challenges. Internal challenges as well as external challenges. But please use your temperament. Collaborate with other line ministries and departments. We all know what Ministry of Land does. You should collaborate with the people that are the most difficult times. Thankfully, we have in our midst the executive chairman of EPA. And I know you have friendly relationship with him. Please collaborate with EPA. EPA will also hope you will give NPAA the maximum support they deserve. And today, what has happened to you, Mr. Executive Director, is to have one of your staff now heading NPAA. It means NPAA and EPA should work as a team. Because the vision you have for the environment, the vision you used to have for the forest, you now have one of your staff who is supporting you, heading that institution. Let us assume now that these two institutions are one. You should now work as a team to deliver our environment. Because if we have tension now between you and NPAA, we will now believe that you are not ready to do it. Because today they have split. Let us assume EPA has been split into two. You have taken NPA because one of your directors now is head NPA. Please work as a family, work as a team and deliver. Protect our environment. Our environment is depleted. So, Mr. Tunis, I wish you well. You have the full backing and support of this parliament. You have the full backing and support of us. I wish you well. We hope you will use. I know you are a campus. I hope you will use that temperament as a position to deliver success. I wish you well. Congratulations. Mr. Speaker, all members going to different boards. I was part of the interview. Of course, Madam from Jala, you mesmerize the committee. I was the chairman. I am for sure confident in you. You have the knowledge, the expertise in the area of food and research. Please use this knowledge with other members of the board to help produce monetary law. My brother going at that, Mr. Speaker, I told him yesterday that we want to see more viable investments at NASIS. More viable investments. We don't know what is happening. But today, we have not seen much viable investments. Because NASIS is not just saving and paying pension. It's about the investment of these loans. if you invest this money and if you have viable investment, you'll be able to maintain this trust. But if you are just collecting and paying, and the investment is not viable, then you have what people retiring. Please work with other members of the board. You have quite of experience as a young man. Work with other members of the board. Make sure you inject new spirit in the investment. Mr. Speaker, up to this moment, we are still struggling with the Plaza Ebo. We are still struggling with the Plaza Ebo. They have invested so much in that plaza. They have invested so much, but it's still not complete. The idea is solvable. Please make sure you deliver this message. Complete the one in Bo, the one in Makeni, try not again. It's not as viable as we expected. Kedema is also trying, but it's not as viable as we expected. You have spent money on this requisition, this building. Make sure you invest. Make sure you concentrate on making it viable. Today, what is happening with Golden Tulip, we don't know. It's a big investment. Radissi Blue is not doing well. So please, as you take the office as board member, remind them, because you are young. If you fail, you will be faking it yourself. Remind them that we should have more and more serious investment. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, to all the other nominees that we should bear, I hope you will succeed for His Excellency the President and the people of Sierra Leone. I hope definitely you work with other members of the board. You are not going to call the shop because you are board members. But work with other members should they collaborate with efforts. Work with other members to deliver for the various. For General, the man will go in NPP. You are going to call the shots. So we are looking at you. This parliament and that parliament is the full support of your allergy. And please, I want to remind you that you have an allergy and you should behave like an allergy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Leader of Government Business. At this stage, Honorable Members, I recognize the presence of the following dignitaries that are present here with us this morning, beginning with Madam Queen Fofana, Deputy Minister of Works and Public Assets. Where is she? You are heartily welcome to the House of Parliament. I also recognize the presence of Mr. C.D. Ayachinis, Publicity Secretary, APC. I recognize the presence of Engineer Sylvester Godson, Deputy City Engineer. I welcome the House of Parliament. I recognize the presence of Mr. Emil Carr, Accountant, Gordon and Associates. You are welcome. Thank you very much for coming to the House of Parliament. Yes, we proceed. Honorable. Yes, Chairman, Environment. I think today is a day for the allergies.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And hold on, I want you to know why you insisted on full allergy. Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to applaud the President for selecting qualified Sierra Leoneans to take up responsible positions in the governance system. Mr. Speaker, I am going to be specific with NPAA. Under my leadership as chairman, Mr. Tunis is the third executive director, Alhaji Sheikh Tunis. But you see, Mr. Speaker, NPAA is not lacking of qualified people. What is lacking in the NPAA is good leadership. Over the years, that place called NPAA has been an institution that is always having issues. This is an institution just like a political group. They always have cabals. You have people supporting the executive director, and you have other people supporting the DD, the deputy executive director. But one thing that is very clear in the Act, Mr. Speaker, one of the responsibilities of the executive director, if you look at part 4, section 14A, you are there to provide overall leadership in the conduct and management of the authority. Just example, we are having a university lecturer, highly qualified, but because of management issue, today he has been replaced. And secondly, under section 14D, you are there to oversee the work and discipline of staff in the discharge of their duties. So discipline must be maintained at all levels. For the past month, Mr. Speaker, that place was just like a semi-Gaza. Every day, people used to fight. They fight among themselves, and also sometimes they even challenge the police. So, Mr. Tunis, Alhaji Tunis, please, this time around, your expectation is very high to make sure you maintain real discipline in that particular institution. The EC is a successful person. I know today is a very happy man. You can only be successful when you have a successor. He has managed you for the past years, and today you are going to also manage an institution that is very important in the discharge of governance system in Israel.
The EC correct.
So you are a correct EC. So, Mr. Speaker, it is really timely for Alhaji Tunis to really make sure you oversee the operations of NPA. Every day, we are having issues with NPA. In fact, my colleague is John last week he called me, complaining also your people from one of the forests within both districts. So please, you make sure you work with all relevant authorities. You make sure you maintain law and order. This is an institution, Mr. Speaker, that has no respect for any structure, including Parliament. Could you imagine last week something happened? I communicated. One of the senior staff told somebody that no, this is not Parliament. The chairman, his power stopped at Parliament. I'm not going to name the staff. But Alhaji Tunis, be rest assured, this time around is not going to be business as usual. If we like,
the mic.
replicate that to heads of MPs because the disrespect of parliament is too much. You hear the member of parliament. We want to see ministers being dragged into this well. We want to see permanent secretaries. We want to see heads of ministry, departments, and agencies also be dragged there for their absolute disrespect to the authority of parliament. Thank you, Honorable. You can continue.
Thank you, my opposition. So, please, Alhaji Tunis, this time around, as I said, it's not going to be business as usual. As committee responsible to work with you, we are going to make sure that you either succeed or you succeed. We will not allow again, we will not give cause to President to bring another executive director. So meaning, you have no excuse. You must succeed. So, because of time, we are going to tender our support and attention to this particular institution this time around, Mr. Speaker, so that he will deliver. By extension, the institution is going to deliver this time around. Thank you.
On my left, Honorable AKK.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, today I am more energized for the 2026, and I must say thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I saw this morning, that our parliament is now moving to restore dignity and prestige once again. Mr. Speaker, we've built institutions around the environment, away from just the ministry. We now have EPA, we now have NPA, we have built institutions like the Forest Guards and plenty other institutions. But Mr. Speaker, the truth remains, the more institutions we build, the more problems our environment is facing. Mr. Speaker, building the institution is one. Financing those institutions is a major gap that government needs to address. We have NPA, but today if you just walk around Western area, the mangroves are faster going than they were. I must also commend the NPA for other areas where we've planted those mangroves. But the truth is, you tend to ask yourself, what more can we do to keep our environment active? Mr. Speaker, as the chairman of Water Resources, I must say one of the things affecting us in Western area and other parts of the country in terms of water is protecting our water catchment areas. In as much as Guma owns those properties, but the responsibility to protect the area, the responsibility to protect the land space, the responsibility to protect the environment is not in the hands of Guma. Therefore, the collaboration of other institutions to make Guma work is a major challenge. Mr. Speaker, if you go towards the Mile 13 area, that area that is meant to be protected is today a works yard. Every other day you go, you meet machines working. Every other report you read the reports that tells you about the dangers of those areas being depleted. But our environment institutions seems to be very quiet on those issues. Today we are building a very huge dam. But that dam, the functionality of that dam is a major risk probability which might not even come to fruition. Because we depend on the Tagogama area to provide water for the dam at Legend. Go to those areas today and see the houses being constructed along that path. So you ask yourself the question, what's the need for all these institutions when in actual sense they are not contributing to protecting the very environment they are meant to protect? It's a major risk. We're having one of the finest personalities going to the office. By personality, Mr. Tunis Alhaji has what it takes because he has the institutional knowledge from EPA. But the few questions I want to ask, as members of parliament, when we pass the recent budget, what is the allocation sent to the NPA? What are the powers given to them? So if you are to succeed when you go to that institution, the first thing you do is try to see how best you look at the current NPA Act. We have environment institutions with no powers to enforce. You have situations in which the institutions don't have the resources to run themselves. Beneficiaries of that person get their benefit